All right, the next thing that we will be learning is how to wind the bobbin. So this is a bobbin. This is basically the bottom thread that weaves in with our spool of thread to hold our pieces of fabric together. So sometimes we use different colors of thread, sometimes we use the same color that we're working with. For today, and most days we'll be working with the same color of thread that we have in our machine. So a couple things. This is a plastic bobbin, and if you can see right there on the top, and then there's one on the bottom. There's really no top or bottom, but on both sides you see these little holes. We will eventually come back and work with those. To wind the bobbin, we start out fairly similar to how we thread the machine. You can see on the machine the numbers are they're listed. The solid lines show you where to go with the thread to thread for the spool of thread, and then the dotted lines show you how to wind the bobbin. So you can see that 1 and 2 are fairly similar, except 2 takes us somewhere else. So I'll show you where that should go. So we take our thread here and we go in through this little arm again, down and around our metal piece, and then for bobbin winding, we come with the thread over this way. Now, number 3 is all the way over here. The instructions on the machine on how to do that is all the way over here. But you can see that this little piece right here has a little arm there. So we're actually going to bring the thread around that arm and then kind of backwards around the little circle thing there. So I'm sure you won't be able to see it really well, but we can practice this in class. So we come around that arm and then back around our little thread holder there for bobbin winding. And then we take the end of our thread and we just want to start from the inside of the bobbin and feed the thread through one of those small holes in the bobbin. All right, so now we can go ahead and place the bobbin right there on the bobbin holder for bobbin winding, the bobbin winder. And then we can go ahead and move the bobbin winder over. So this is in winding position now. We leave it there while we're winding the bobbin, but then when we're ready to sew again, we have to move it back. Otherwise, our sewing machine will not work. Okay, so we can hold this off to the side. This also works if you wanted to cut the end of that little thread off. You can place the bobbin downward, and then this thread can come through. There's a little thread cutter in there, so it can come through that way too. But our goal is just to get the bobbin wound at this point. So I am ready to go here, and I'm just going to slowly press on my foot pedal and make sure that this is all straightforward there, not getting caught up in anything. And you can kind of see how it's taking thread from the spool and it's winding it around our bobbin. As far as speed goes on the foot pedal, I would say go about 25 to 30. If you're a driver, you kind of know what that feels like. We don't want to go too fast, otherwise the thread will not evenly distribute itself on the bobbin. And the question often is, how do I know when it's done? And it will actually stop just like that. So once I see it stop, I'm going to go ahead and stop pushing on the foot pedal. going to put my bobbin winder back into sew position. I'll go ahead and pull my bobbin right out of there. And you'll have a pair of scissors with you, but just one little quick tip is there is a thread cutter right here on the side of your machine, so you can just cut it that way. And then I'm going just to remove the thread from the bobbin winding attachments there and back to start. I will go ahead and thread the machine again, and I'll do this a little bit more quickly than the last time so that this is ready to go.